Since we have Eleanor here now, can you give us a little overview of OACES?
I would love to. So, we have an employment services group at OACES. It's the Office of Adult Career and Technical Education Services. And we primarily provide, there's really a broad array of services that we provide educationally. Literacy, adult basic ed, family literacy. I really like the model, and it's in School 17, where parents are able to do their work experience program requirement in the school where their child is. Mm-hmm. The parent gets adult basic education while they're at the school. There's a teacher assigned for that, and they also help their children learn how to read, and it's just to me a really good model. Yeah. It's called Family Literacy, and I think we're in 7 schools now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're at 7 schools, meaning that
That program runs in 7 different schools right now.
and you're headquartered at the Hart Street.
Yeah, 30 Hart Street. And for those of you who haven't been there, I know before I started working there, it was like 30 Hart Street, because that was like the alternative school, you know.
Yeah, it was originally something else, wasn't it?
Alternatives, yeah, it was the
Learning Center or something?
Family Learning Center. Yeah, there's a lot of different programs in there. Head Start's over there, Catholic Family Center's over there. There's an alternative. There's a high school there where all those kids are on probation, and you'd never know it, not a peep. They're just it's a much more supportive environment. And then we have also an alternative education program starting. There's also a lot of refugees learning English, and there's a new refugee program starting that is targeting teens and trying to help them acclimate. They're brand new coming in as refugees, and they're trying to help them acclimate to the new setting. So that's going to be happening there as well. The Employment Services Group is attached primarily to these technical training programs. There's a variety of technical training programs. I have to do this.
There you go.
I see him all the time. I'll move over. So the programs are established based on what the Department of Labor says are in-demand careers in the area and going into the future. So we have carpentry, electrical. They just started. We've had welding, but the welding is turning into a automotive repair and maintenance, like changing tires, changing oil, and welding, and small machine repairs. So they'll take 6 months of learning those skills. And again, it's pretty much 17 and up. If you're in high school, if you're on the city school district books, you can't come to this school. So you have to officially be dropped from the school in order to be able to go to the school. Who this might fit for me is, I remember on West Main Street when we were doing all those kids are hanging out on the corner. What are you going to do about it? And the activists that we were working with were saying, well, you can't say don't do that if there's not a this. And what I'm saying is there's a this. There is a this. And if we could get like our board member, I'm with Prosper Rochester, and we are the ones that operate the Seed Folk store at 540 West Main. Our board member is Wenzel Beckett, and he's pretty open about having come from prison and very passionate about making a difference with the young people. And my thing is, well, collect a few of them and bring them down to the school for a tour, because that's what we do. We give tours at the school. Anybody, if you get hold of me, Tuesdays at 1 o'clock is the best day because I'm there. And they kind of try to set that time aside for people to actually see the classrooms. It's very important, I think, to see them, because if you go by, there's a lot of people at 30 Hart Street, but if you go there, the director, Paul Burke, has done so much to make that look like professional, clean, healthy environment, including the outside, where the where the street used to go right up to the building, and he made an easement, and just the things that he does that make it look like a friendly place, a nice place to be. It's very comfortable. I'm really impressed with the Employment Services Group room. I mean, it's huge. It's got a bank of computers. It's got a computer that if you sit at it, you can actually interview online so that you can really hear what you sound like, and have online questions being asked of you. So after 6 months in the technical training program, my job is to help find employment in these various areas. So one of the things I always like to talk to people about is, do you know anyone that would hire, that would come to our facility and see it and meet with the teachers and get a sense of what's going on? That's another thing about the teachers. They come from places like Edison Tech, where they used to work, but they choose to work here. They're like retired from there, but this is what they want to do. And this is what they did. A lot of them were in work experience at Edison and at East High. And they come here, and when you listen to them, I went in today to bring my sister, who works at Strong for 30 years. She's an electrician, and I want her connected to our electrical program, because we're also looking at how can we get more women into these non-traditional careers, because we want to make money. So I thought it would be good for her to be one of the volunteers or people that could start being present in the electrical class. We stood and talked to that teacher for 20 minutes, came up with, hey, write me a letter about shadowing me at the school, so that can be put on their resume. And then maybe talking to Colleen McCarthy about maybe, well, could there be an exchange of, you give us some fees because we're going to do a lot of your grunt work in the electrical using our students. So all of that is in the mix, but for that 20 minutes that we were standing there talking, the whole class was running. There were people in like their own little boxes trying to put it in circuit wires. There were people at their tables doing plans and work to support what they were going to be doing over here in the boxes. And it was just so wonderful to watch that everyone was so engaged. In the carpentry class, I don't know if you've seen those Adirondack chairs that are at Cornhill on the river. They came from us. The students make them, and they learn on little teeny baby ones that they get to take home. It's very cute. They have a culinary program that is also, Wegmans has come in, and they have brought in all their equipment, donated their equipment so that our cafetorium has their equipment. So our students are learning on their system. And that's what I'd like to see more of, that our maintenance program, the housekeeping, Strong showed us all their equipment. We bought all the equipment they use. So they're training on the equipment that's at Strong Hospital, and then we have a pipeline going into Strong. I just hooked up another one with Janice Holland from the U of R, because we have a wonderful clerical program. It's a customer service program, and they learn Microsoft applications and customer service skills. And I want the clerical, my daughter Rachel actually went for the clerical test, and she's really good. She's got really good clerical skills. She did not do well on the Excel spreadsheet stuff, and I said, well, then I want to cheat. I want to teach to the test, So like, I asked them to come in and said, well, help us prepare our students to test well for you. And so that is coming into play now. So we're trying to get into places that can be direct pipelines for hiring. Our electrical students, once you get through that class, you've got a job. He has people calling him now because he's placed people, and the word's getting around that they're electrical students. Very good. Wow. The automotive is just starting this. I know it's not very well known, and I'm like amazed. I'm floored that it's like it's under the radar. And I believe it's a gold mine. I believe it's really a valuable entity. So I'm here mostly to let you know about the program. My extension in here is it's 2100. In some of those it's 2090. I got a new office, so it's 2100, not 2090. Yes.
Is there any relationship with MCC?
We have a small relationship with them right now. I would like to see that extended. What happens with ours, when we get students, we're like EOC, for example. For all their technical training programs, you have to have your GED.
EOC.
EOC, REOC, downtown now. It used to be at 120 Franklin Street.
Where is that?
Educational Opportunity Center.
Oh.
Next to the ESL, is it? Mm-hmm.
Where is that now? Downtown.
Downtown by the Interloop, near the
By
Interloop,
Strong
Chestnut
Museum?
or something. Yeah, by Strong Museum.
And that's the ESL?
No, no,
EOC.
EOC. That's the Educational Opportunity Center, and they have many of the programs that we have. However, you have to have a GED to take those programs. We take you, bam, you're gonna study for your GED. You have no GED, you're gonna study for your GED, and you're gonna get a technical skill. So that we marry them. 4 days a week, they're getting this technical training. 1 day a week, they're getting, and now it's TASC, TASC.
Well, now, Eleanor, how do you get, I know one student who would love, well, I think he could do that, but how do you get into it?
You call that number.
Wait,
Where is your number on the back? On the very back, 467-7683.
Do you have counselors, especially if people are coming in from prison and they're disoriented? Do you have
Truly entry. It's truly entry. So when we can get like these electricians $10 and $11 an hour, we're celebrating. That's like great, because usually it's very, like minimum wage to $9. Like, we're happy to get that. Our CNA program is the only program that you have to start and finish. CNA, sorry.
that?
Certified Nursing Assistant. You have to start and finish. Pat Rector is the teacher for that. She is phenomenal. She is really good. Everyone will get placed. By the time she graduates them, she over-prepares. She is like very meticulous.
Certified Nursing Assistant.
Yes,
Now,
CNA.
how is that different from MCC's nursing?
MCC would be another level up. You would go from being a CNA to going into nursing. That would be another.
So an LPN or an RN.
LPN or RN. Yeah, you would.
This is
CNA
at the
is very
bottom.
basic.
This
This is
is
at the bottom. Actually, home health aide is probably first, and then CNA.
Now, do they get paid to do this?
No, the training, usually our folks are on social services pays for it. Sometime, if social services won't pay for it, Rochester Works will pay for it. 6 months worth of training is $3,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty awesome. $3,000 for 6 months worth of training and job placement. And if you go to BOCES, it's like $8,000 for the same thing.
But who would pay this $3,000?
Yeah, taxpayers if it's social services. If people are on social services, instead of getting their grant to earn their grant in the work experience program, they're going to invest in getting them a skill so we can get them off and working.
So you're telling me that, now this is interesting. This kid's been going to Center for Youth, which is on Monroe,
Yeah.
and he's just going there and studying the GED, but he can't take it until next January or something.
How old is he?
18.
I would highly recommend checking that out. Because he could be studying his GED while learning a skill. And doing,
That's what I
Yeah.
was hoping,
yeah.
but that
Well,
isn't.
you're making me think that I also need to network with the Center for Youth. Where my daughter works.
Your daughter works there?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk after.
Yeah, okay. So, are there any other questions?
Yeah.
I gave you a lot of.
It just, besides the Elaine Cohen, huh?
And I'm
Yeah, that's-
Eleanor Coleman, it's hysterical because
No,
they blame
but
Eleanor.
somebody- it's personal,
Okay.
same name.
Okay.
Anyway, besides what she does, are there any social workers or psychologists
No.
there to help
No,
people who
it's
are?
not that, it's not, no,
Okay.
no. They're really, when they come to that program, they need to be in a place where they're ready to start work. They want to work now, and they're ready to do that.
So how do they get to that? I'm
Yeah.
thinking it.
Yeah, how
The
does
social worker or the counselor, how do you find them?
I would think, for me, I'm on the Spiritus Christi Prison Outreach Board, and so I work with Nielsen House and Jennifer House. So I would check there and say, hey, is there some way we could support this guy?
Spiritus Christi,
Spiritus Christi
Yeah.
has 2 homes.
Jim's,
Yeah,
New
the
County.
2 gyms. There's actually 3. They have 2 homes. One on West Avenue is the men's home. West Avenue across from RG&E, near Tops. And then Jennifer House on Culver is the women's house. And they are sort of a halfway house or a house of recovery for people coming out of prison.
Mhm.
So to me, what I would do is I would go there and I would say, you know, I got this guy who wants to start school. Actually, that's where I recruit some of my guys from. Is because they're already, I know they have support.
Mhm.
I don't want to take someone that has no support.
Yeah, that's what I'm,
Yeah, no.
yeah. Oh, good, so.
Yeah, I don't want to take anyone that doesn't support. They're somewhat stable. There's some level of stability in the folks that we take in.
And they do have that support
Yes,
when they're coming in.
yes,
And
from
throughout
their locations. Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Absolutely.
Where is the place on West Avenue, what number, you know?
Oh, I don't know the numbers. On the corner of Hobart and West.
Oh, Hobart, okay.
RG&E, I think, is 800 west.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the
Yeah.
Hobart is the other end.
So the last thing that I think is significant that I want you to know about the program, at EOC and many of the other schools, MCC, all those, you have enrollment time periods. Like our certified nursing assistant, you do have to go in at this time and come out at that time, obviously, because you have to learn so much stuff before you take the test. All of our other programs are rolling enrollment, so you can pop in at every time. Now that can be difficult for a teacher, but the way our teachers handle it is now the ones that have been in there for a while teach the new ones coming in. So now me, on my resume, on the resumes I do for them, I can say a leader, you know, good with team, you know, working on a team, shows initiative, able to take direction, able to give direction in a clear manner. So it's kind of like a skill building right while you're there on site in a classroom by having new people come in. Well, so you may have someone that's brand new this week and someone that's been in for 4 months. Let's have the 4-month-old show, how do you best learn? Is it by teaching?
By teacher.
So have that person show that new person
Yeah.
what they've learned so far. I also like in the customer service program, I just learned this, they have to do a PowerPoint presentation. Everyone, you know, of course, PowerPoint's one of the Microsoft Office applications. So they each have to do a PowerPoint application, and they have to get up in the front of the class, which for me is a great thing because now you're teaching them to feel comfortable talking to people. They have to give a title, their birth, you know, not their age, but, you know, when they were born, where they were born, their family dynamic, like what's the family makeup at home, what's their favorite hobby, where have they traveled or where is their dream vacation place to travel, what kind of job are they looking for, what kind of job would they take, what kind of job have they had, what kind of skills do they have, and then she says, and refer to your resume for this. And so they're like in the classroom preparing them for employment, so getting them ready. And how my sister fits in that is with the electrician. She wants to take the folks that he refers, and again, they're very good about referring people because they want their name. Jason Millington is the electrician. He doesn't want his name out there like, I don't take anyone from there. He wants what's happening now is people calling him and going, hey, tell me a little bit about, or can you, I heard you place people here, can you place someone for me? Or this is what I'm looking for. That's what he wants more of. So he would send people to my sister who she could train how to run wires, how to do in Strong Hospital what they're learning in the school. So it's an opportunity for them to, on their resume, put an internship at Strong Hospital, and all of a sudden it grows. She does alarm systems. She does the key system. There's so many things that she does as an electrician and someone who does, maintenance things, that there's a lot for her to share. So.
Now, what is your phone number to get you back?
262
262
8000
8000.
extension 2100. My card is actually in there. The last thing I want you to know, I probably already said last, but the last of the last things is this brochure that's in here is called TEAP, T-E-A-P, Transitional Employment Assistance Program.
Oh, yeah.
And what this is if an employer hires any of our technical training students, for 3 months, they're eligible for up to 50% of the 50% of the gross monthly wages reimbursed to them. So during this social services, because instead of the grant going to the student, because the student's getting paid, the grant goes to the employer for up to 3 months. So it's an incentive for an employer because they're taking a risk maybe on some of our students, but we're gonna make it worth your while.
And that office is up on Westfall Road where they go to, what? So what's up there? Unemployment or something?
I think self-sufficiency is what they call employment, the old employment unit. Now they call it self-sufficiency. So I think they're over there. But all of this, even the TEAP, can be done through our offices. It can all be done at 30 Hart Street.
30.
Have you gotten a chance to connect with Joan Larson from the U of R there from the Warner School? I think I sent you some information on her.
Yes, Nancy Ayers is on my board, and she works for Joan Larson. She's associate professor in training and curriculum. And Joan Larson has her hands full. So at this point, what it is copying people in and letting them know what we're doing. We did meet with Enid Cardinal from the sustainability at RIT because of the work that she's doing with Gandhi. Rebecca Johnson, President Dessler's wife, is on the Gandhi board, and she actually is a link to RIT, and she had Enid call us about this, and Enid met with our director because we also would like to see OACES have a hand in urban agriculture and whatever develops out of that, the aquaponics, the aquaculture. If anyone has an opportunity, go to Grow More on East Henrietta Road, where they are selling hydroponic strawberries. And they're apparently delicious. That's what we want to see more of.
Really? Hydroponic?
Now, who is growing them?
That's Grow More. That's
Grow
a
More,
business.
okay.
I just heard about that yesterday, and so I'm like letting people know because that's what we want to do here. Really, our initial hope was to get that huge warehouse in the back and take it over. And we're like act as if people, so at some point it's gonna happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
In God's time, not now.
That's right.